I'm going to make a presentation today, making Screencastify as usual, my major medium for the presentation I shall make. So I hope that Screencastify will help me manage making the most of my Google Drive presentation. Later, I shall try using Loom in order to make a comparison between the two media relevant to how to establish a cooperative. So this will be my sixth course that I started giving classes on this subject last month, and I hope that today it will be clearer than before. So, how to start a cooperative? Now, I shall try to show you how to do so through making a reference to the slides that you will see here. Before thinking about establishing a cooperative through going through the 9 steps which are familiar to American managers, I have to remind you that the first thing you will have to think about is identify the needs of members living in the same area. That is, members who wish to belong to a cooperative and who must, according to American system of management of cooperatives, neighbors living in the same geographical zone. So there are 3 objectives that you might need to know, and the first one of which is why might people in a particular district need to establish a cooperative? Is it a matter of a service which those members do not have, or which they've stopped getting due to the closure of a store? Is it the need to establish a cooperative because they need to produce a particular product? Is it because prices are expensive and they might need to establish a cooperative to make it possible for people living in the same zone to buy all the things that they might need at a lower price? So these are 3 things that people living in a particular area might need to know. The second thing that members managing a cooperative need to do before going through the 9 steps is make a careful planning of everything they might need to do. So careful planning could span over a period that is over to even 2 years, provided that the final objective would be targeted and achieved. And Another thing which manages the American system of establishing a cooperative is that the board of directors should constitute a team that to whom is relegated the task of the management of the cooperative in question. So here are the 9 steps through which you will need to go through before establishing a cooperative. So the first step, so as you can see here, first step is identifying the need of members living in the same geographical zone. So why identify their needs? Because if you identify their needs, it will be easy for you to hold control on the minds of those people. And thus, it will be easy for you to encourage them to belong to a cooperative and to pay their fee. So the second thing that you will need to know to go through the second step, it's organization. So members need, members that is of a cooperative that is to be established for the first time and will constitute what is called the board of directors, need to hold a meeting of potential members. What do you mean by potential members? The potential members are the reverse of real members. So they are the people who live in a particular geographical zone in a particular country. So you will need to convince them to adhere to a cooperative. And if you convince them, it will be possible for them to join you to pay a fee, and the fee that they will have to pay will play a key role in producing the capital that you would need to start your cooperative. So remember what we said before, those members will need to pay an equity. But equity, that is a small amount of money which is not more than 100 dirhams, that is something like 10 euros. So because we have all the people who live in a particular district pay this sum of money, we will manage by the end to have an interesting capital that would help members to make money, that is to make profit by the end of the year. So in this step, that is the second step, we might need to meet together in order to discuss the needs of members who will join you and to discuss the needs of those who have or might have already joined the cooperative in question. Step 3. Step 3 sets the focus on research. So remember that you have 2 types of research. The first one is theoretical, and the second one is empirical. So theoretical research will help members to know about the meaning of a cooperative, its principles, its objectives, its everything that is relevant to a cooperative. And the second type of research is empirical. So empirical, it involves the collection of data through interviews, through questionnaires, through talks, video talks, through meeting those people who live in the same district.